Whether we like it or not, money has come to be a very vital part of our existence as human beings. And even though we know that, objectively, money's not the absolute most important thing in the world. There's no denying the fact that we can't do without it. So in this video, we'll be looking into exactly how much human societies and human beings have come to rely on money. Without a doubt, the primary function of money is that it serves as a medium of exchange. In the absence of money, individuals would have to engage in barter, exchanging goods and services directly for other goods and services. And this process is both inefficient and cumbersome, as it requires individuals to have what others want and vice versa. For instance, if a baker needs shoes, they must find a cobbler who wants bread in exchange for shoes. If they aren't able to find a cobbler who wants bread, they would need to exchange bread for another commodity and continue the process until they obtain the shoes that they need. I doubt many of us are excited about that possibility. With money, the baker can sell his bread for money and use that money to purchase shoes from any seller who accepts money. This process is more efficient, as it eliminates the need for double coincidence of wants, where both parties must have what the other party wants. So yeah, money makes things very convenient. What's more, in this sense, money's foundationally important to the existence of most, if not all, human societies. Without money, it would be difficult, if not practically impossible, for us to meet the three basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. We can argue the fairness of this, but money has, probably unfortunately, become so important to our society that we basically couldn't leave without it. Taking things slightly away from the dark and dreary, money also serves as a store of value. It allows us to save wealth in order to use it at a later date to purchase goods and services. Without money, individuals would have to store their wealth in the form of physical goods, which can be cumbersome, difficult to store, and subject to spoilage or theft. Money, on the other hand, can be easily stored for long periods of time and accessed, making it a more efficient way to store wealth. Now, I'm not turning a blind eye to the fact that money can and does lose its value over time. However, you have to agree that it can be stored for longer than most physical goods. In this sense, having money provides us with a sense of security. Because we could store it for long periods, we're able to save money to use during times of emergency, such as when we lose our job or have unexpected expenses. We can also use money to purchase insurance, which can help us cover unexpected costs such as medical bills or property damage, for the most part. In addition to that, money provides us with the resources we need to pursue our dreams. Whether it is starting a business, traveling the world, or pursuing a passion, having money enables us to take risks and pursue our goals. Without money, many of us would be unable to pursue our dreams and live the life we want. In fact, many are unable to even think about pursuing their dreams or living the life that they want because they don't have money. So while it is true that money cannot buy happiness, the fact that money can buy our basic needs and is also important for the fulfillment of our dreams means that it can actually go a long way to making us happy. Having a lot of money might not make you happy in and of itself, but having your needs and wants met surely would. Another essential function of money is to serve as a unit of account. It provides a common standard for measuring the value of goods and services. Without money, individuals would have to use a system of barter or exchange rates to determine the relative value of different goods and services. But how do you determine if a tuber of yam is equal to 10 minutes of my speaking time? This system would be both inefficient and cumbersome, because it would require constant recalibration of the value of each good and service relative to others, especially considering how quickly new products and services enter into the market. With money, prices can be expressed in terms of a common currency, making it easier to compare the value of different goods and services without having to constantly recalibrate. For instance, if a loaf of bread costs $2 and a gallon of milk costs $4, it's easy to determine that the gallon of milk is twice as expensive as the loaf of bread. And if a bunch of bananas is introduced into the market, the values of the bread and milk don't need to change. The bananas are assigned their own monetary value, and that value can be compared to the already established value of bread and milk. This makes it easier for individuals and businesses to make economic decisions based on the relative value of goods and services. Money also makes it easier to carry out transactions across the globe. Granted, there is the issue of different countries using different currencies, but that's a lot easier than trying to exchange products or favors. As I mentioned earlier, things can get really tricky when people try to assign value to products or services based on other products or services. And when you're handling things at an international level, there's a need to be extra careful. Now, as individuals, aside from money helping us to meet our basic and advanced needs, it also serves as a medium via which we can contribute to society. We can donate money to charities, support political causes, or invest in businesses that create jobs and stimulate the economy. Having money enables us to make far-reaching positive impacts on our communities and the world. And finally, for this video, money can help us to achieve financial independence, which is the ability to support ourselves without relying on others. I know that it sounds kind of paradoxical, but it is what it is. If you have the right amount of money, you can make choices about your life, take risks, and maybe even break the law, which I do not recommend. Having money gives us the freedom to live our lives on our own terms. Whether or not money needs to be this important to human survival and human societies is a completely different argument. If you ask me, I would say that money shouldn't be as important as it currently is, especially when it comes to the meeting of our basic needs. The fact that there are many people that struggle to meet those three needs explains my point. But I want to hear what you think about money and its importance down in the comments section. Also, consider hitting the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel so that you can come back for the next one. See you in the next one.